I'm Debbie Ballard, CEO of International Network Liaison Corporation. INLC is based in Mesa, Arizona, and we focus mainly on providing marketing and management consulting to companies operating in the MLM network marketing industry. And I really want to thank all of you for being here today. We were really excited about being a part of the Affiliate Summit because, as you can tell from the video, we have a lot of respect for affiliate marketers and for network marketers because of your can-do attitude, your independent spirit, and the fact that most network marketers and most affiliates start with very little money. And so it's their hard work, their perseverance that really propels them forward in their businesses. But before we start, I do want to tell you about something that happened to me before I came out to New York from Arizona, because it applies to what I'm going to be talking a little bit about here today in strategies and tactics and utilizing that you can utilize in building your businesses. As you know, when you prepare for a trip like this, there's a lot of things that you have to attend to. Recharging your batteries on your laptop, checking your BlackBerry, your flip video, the list goes on. And you also have a lot of personal details you have to attend to. One of which is just getting your mail put on hold from the post office. I decided to just use the automated system. I picked up the phone and they did the walkthrough with me with, you know, where I had to provide my address, my phone number, and the hold dates, and then it comes to my name. And all it asks for is my first name. So and I very purposely did it in a very articulate way so that this process would not be elongated. So I say, Debbie, then it comes back, Larry, please confirm, yes or no. Comes back to me. Debbie, then it comes back again. Mary, confirm, yes or no. No, Debbie. And so it comes back to me, Gary. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them my husband's name. It's a little bit simpler, you know. Maybe they'll get this right. Maybe the automated IVR system will get this right. So it comes back to me, I go, Dale. Then it comes back, Jacko. I am not kidding you. It actually said Jacko. That's what came back to me. So at this point, I'm laughing and crying at the same time, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is what we talk about in network marketing. This is what we talk about in affiliate marketing all the time. Track, test, monitor your systems. And so you can see even with very large organizations, sometimes it just doesn't happen and things fall through the crack. But how they ever got Jacko out of Dale, I'll never know, you know. So naturally, I slammed down the phone, went online, and I just did it online. But I do want to make something very clear about why we're here. We're not here to rah-rah MLM, which stands for multi-level marketing, and to get you all excited about participating in the convergence of affiliate marketing and MLM. You'll see through this presentation, Kevin and I are not hypesters in any way, shape, or form. We're pragmatists, really. We present things in a way where, you know, it's not theory, it's typically about things that are actually already happening and what the future trends hold based on what's happening today. And so what you're really going to learn during this presentation is what is MLM. I'm going to define that very clearly for you. I'm going to give you a historical perspective. I'm going to give you some statistical information. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the commonalities and differences between MLM and affiliate marketing, and then go into the convergence opportunities. And should you wish to, sometime in the future, participate in that convergence in some way, that's your choice. Like I said, we're not here to say, oh, this is something you really should participate in, because there's going to be some pitfalls associated with that convergence, and Kevin's going to be addressing some of those when he talks about the legal issues. And then after Kevin covers his presentation on some of the legal issues you're going to have to really pay close attention to should you participate in this convergence, then we're going to open it up to a Q&A. And be very gentle with us when you zoom your questions in at us. I was telling Kevin over the phone that before I came here, some people were like, well, you know, there's affiliate marketers who are really active in MLM as well, and they respect both worlds, but there are some affiliate marketers who are really leery, you know, they think of pyramids. And so I was thinking to myself, you know, we should really go up there with T-shirts on, and on the front it should say, "We love MLM," and then we should turn around in the back it should say, "Please don't hurt us." Please don't hurt us. And I've got a lot of stories I could share with you afterwards about some of the funny things relating to just that when I spoke at the National Association of Attorneys General Conference on MLM. And the topic related to consumer protection issues. And you would not believe some of the quote greetings I got at that conference. Anyway, let's start with the definition of MLM. How many of you are pretty familiar with multi-level marketing and what it's all about? Okay, most of you. And how many of you have actively participated in an MLM opportunity? Okay, most of you, that's great. So you know that MLM is actually a part of the direct selling industry. And here's how it's differentiated. Not all direct selling companies are considered MLM companies. MLM direct selling companies are characterized by the fact that they utilize an MLM compensation plan payout structure to pay their independent reps. So in that scenario, what would happen? I mean, it could be an Avon, it could be a Mary Kay, it could be an Herbalife, it could be an Amway, a Nu Skin, whatever have you. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't realize that Avon, based right here in New York, doing over $10 billion a year in sales, is actually an MLM direct selling company because they do pay out not just on direct commissions, but on independent reps, independent consultants who join Avon. And what happens in an MLM environment is that you come in, let's say there's a nutritional company you're interested in. They've got some great new energy drinks or whatever have you, nutritional supplements that you're interested in, and maybe you've already tried them, you like them, you felt the effect that it had on your health, and so you join an MLM company, and what happens at that point in time is you can actually start retailing those products and make retail profits. But here's where it parts with affiliate marketing in most instances. You can then actually start sponsoring other independent consultants to sell the products as well. And then as you do that, they sponsor other independent consultants, and you form what's called a sales network. It's your own sales network where you're out there selling products every week. People who you've sponsored might be considered your level 1 reps. People they sponsored are considered your level 2 reps, and so on. So in an MLM environment, what it enables you to do is to leverage your time and effort in a way that affiliate marketing doesn't when you have just a single tier direct commission style of a payout structure. Always remember that in an MLM environment, when you're looking at a legitimate MLM company, people are actively involved in selling the products. And you are not getting paid merely for the act of recruiting someone. Once that is put into the equation, then you can run, and Kevin will address this, but then you can run into pyramid issues. So what's great about it, that's why you find independent networkers who get into the program, and maybe they only want an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month to generate as far as additional income. They like their job, they want to stay at their job, and they just look at this as a source of additional income. That's fine. You know, they come in, they might grow an organization of 20 people, 30 people, just a very limited organization, but they're creating a nice revenue stream for themselves, what they consider to be a nice revenue stream in meeting their particular goals. And they're happy, okay? But you've got other networkers who come in who are much more aggressive. They're very savvy about internet marketing. They're very savvy. They may have come from the business world before, run a chain of restaurants, franchise organizations, or whatever. We do have a lot of people from traditional business who have been very, very successful come into the MLM arena, not even starting their own network marketing company, but they just come in as independent networkers. And these are the people who could end up, who really see an opportunity, work it very hard, very diligently, and in fact end up creating organizations of 20, 30,000 people in their sales downline organization. Well, when you do that, you can imagine the enormous profit potential with that. And so that's why it's so exciting for so many network marketers all over the world. Now, of course, those people are a small percentage. You know, most of the people you don't see at that level generating incomes of $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. However, there are people who are individual, independent networkers who are in fact doing that. Now, how did all of this begin? I would suspect that most people in our industry, even people who have been in it a long time, really don't understand the altruistic beginnings of our industry, but they should get themselves educated about it, because it is associated with a very noble mission. There was an individual by the name of Carl Renberg, and Carl Renberg had worked in China for many, many years. And when he was in China, he was absolutely shocked at the numbers of people suffering from malnutrition. He was distraught over it. So much so that when he came back to the US, he opened a lab and he started a company called California Vitamins. And California Vitamins was started in actually 1934. The name was later changed to Nutrilite. But California Vitamins actually introduced to the world the first multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement. And so Carl Renberg had received many accolades about that discovery, but he wasn't satisfied with that. He wanted to set up a system for his distributors in selling those multivitamin, multi-mineral tablets in a way where they could maximize their potential income. And that's when he had the world's first MLM compensation plan developed to achieve that. So he created this system where the distributors could come in, they could purchase products at wholesale, they could retail it in a person-to-person environment, which that's one of the things I wanted to emphasize to you about the direct selling industry. The direct selling industry products and services are sold outside of the retail store environments, more in a person-to-person sales situation. That's where the sales begin, or in home parties, like a Mary Kay situation. But we have more of a combination high-tech, high-touch activities than affiliate marketing, which of course is driven more through strictly online activities like banner ads, anchor tech links, those types of things. And so when this occurred with Nutrilite, it caught the attention of a lot of people, because when he developed this compensation plan, not only did it maximize the income that could be generated by the Nutrilite distributors, but it also facilitated the growth of Nutrilite, because now Nutrilite was in a situation where Nutrilite itself did not have to go out, spend monies on advertising for distributors. Their own distributors were getting other distributors for the company. You know, so it was a real innovation, and what happened, ironically, was that in 1949, Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel actually became Nutrilite distributors. And in 1959, they started Amway. And by 1972, they ended up buying out Nutrilite. which today remains the biggest seller in its category. So it's an interesting beginning for the MLM industry. Very different from the birth of affiliate marketing. I don't know how many of you have read reports on the birth of affiliate marketing, which is associated with the adult entertainment industry. So a big difference in, where those two forms of marketing emanated. Now, of course, it was Amazon that really spurred the growth of affiliate marketing. Amazon got some patents related to affiliate marketing. That's what really spurred the growth of affiliate marketing. And there was another company, a couple other companies like CD Now in the beginning stages that utilized a form of affiliate marketing. But if we look at statistics as far as where we're at today, the most recent statistics posted by the Direct Selling Association relate to the year 2007, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what I think about some of these statistics that are being floated about, and how you do have to be careful as far as how legitimate and how accurate these statistics are. But anyway, $114 billion in worldwide sales in the network marketing industry. About 62.7 million networkers worldwide. Big, big, big. $30.8 billion in sales created just in the U.S. and 15 million networkers that are based here in the U.S. Within the context of those statistics, however, that I really feel that probably the Direct Selling Association has the most credible statistics available. However, I do want to caution you about one thing, is they do survey their members because they have all the big boys, the big girls, the Avons, the Mary Kay, Amway, et cetera, who are involved in that association. So they get their numbers from the companies that they survey, okay, who are members. However, in our industry, there's hundreds, literally hundreds of companies that do not belong to the DSA. So you have all of those sales that are being created by all of these other companies and other networkers who are involved that also need to be added into the mix. So I always like to give people a little bit better, more clearer perception as to the numbers. Now, in affiliate marketing, Jupiter Research and some other companies, their numbers have been reported on the web. And again, I think you have to go in and look at those numbers very carefully. But of course, since we've been around so much longer, those numbers are very, very small compared to our industry. I mean, talk is about the affiliate marketing being $6 billion a year. However, I will say this, Jupiter feels that your industry is going to be growing at 13% compounded annual rate per year, I think till the year 2012 is what has been reported by Jupiter Research. So it is an industry that's growing, a very strong growth rate, and especially, in the down economy the way it is now, you've got so many people, not just in this country, but all over the world that are hurting. So they're looking at affiliate marketing, they're looking at network marketing, they're looking at selling on eBay, anything they can do. And I don't blame them, Yeah, in our industry, I do want to tell you too, is as far as the older traditional companies, some of those companies, even with the downturn economy, they are starting to see some of the recruiting levels off, some of their sales starting to go down. And part of the reason is that, you have some older companies that kind of get insular, where they've done things for so many years and they continue to do the same thing year after year after year, and they're not looking at affiliate marketing as closely as they should and learning from the affiliate marketing world and just internet marketing online and some of the really fantastic things that are happening there. So you have such a strict regulatory environment in our industry that sometimes they get scared to do new things. But they've got to get out of that mindset if they're going to keep their momentum and they're going to continue to move forward. So you do have that happening to some of the older direct sales companies. And the other reason that's happening is because of the downturn in the economy. You have network marketing companies popping up everywhere. I mean, I'm getting calls from the United Arab Emirates, from Ireland, from here, from there, asking about how do we start a network marketing. It's unbelievable. So because of that enhanced competitive environment that's occurring right now, some of the newer companies are pulling away people who were previously involved with some of the older direct selling companies. So that's happening as well. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some of the main things we have in common with affiliate marketing and some of the points of differentiation. Now, of course, the main thing we have in common with affiliate marketing is it's pay for performance. You guys don't get paid anything unless you actually do something. In network marketing, it's the same thing. Now, I'm talking about legitimate network marketing companies. Understand there's people who start companies, who go out the door, they present themselves as an MLM company or a network marketing company, and they're not. They're just a pyramid. You know, I mean, it's basically just a scam. So I always like to caution people about that. I'm talking about legitimate network marketing companies. They do not pay for recruiting. I can get 20,000 people involved in a group. If they're not out there selling products, I'm not going to get paid anything. So, you know, the legitimate MLM companies really pay closely attention to that issue. So, you know, it's performance-based, and really that's the main thing that's the same. And also, just what the video talked about, we're all coming from the same place, really. It's home-based business entrepreneurs. They want to provide a better life for themselves and their families. Now, the points of differentiation revolve around the nature of the business, like I alluded to a minute ago when I talked to you about the fact that we incorporate high-touch activities much more so than the affiliate marketing world. That person-to-person interaction is very important in our world. And that's typically where the sales will start. And then, let me give you an example. And then what happens is, well, let's say even in a Mary Kay environment, somebody becomes a Mary Kay consultant, and they have a home party, and they sell $1,000 worth of products at that party, or whatever. And so that Mary Kay consultant earns her commission, whether it's 40, 50% on the products right then and there at the party. She's got that money. And then later on, one of those people who attended the party want to order additional products. Okay, that Mary Kay consultant can actually send that customer to her website, her personal website, to order online. And that's what's happening now. The orders are being just processed online through the network of independent consultants. And so when that customer goes to that consultant's website, the order is tracked, and the consultant gets credit for that. Here's where the main point of differentiation is that in a lot of MLM companies, because of the regulatory environment, the independent networkers who want their own unique blog, their own unique website, where they can use the trademark names of Mary Kay or Avon or whatever company they're associated with. In many companies, they cannot do that. They have to use a company-approved, replicated website. So that this way, the company feels by making their independent networkers do that, they can enforce their policies and procedures, and they can monitor the activities of those reps better, because they know what exactly word for word what is on that website, or that replicatable website. So that will help keep that independent consultant operating within legal parameters. So in that respect, when it comes to searching, SEO and all those types of things, I mean, you've got so many networkers out there right now crying and screaming to their companies, you're handcuffing us, you're handcuffing us. you know, we see all these other internet marketers and affiliate marketers, they've got a lot of, you know, creativity they can utilize in building their unique blogs and websites, and we can't do it. We've got to use, you know, this customized site that you give us, that we can just, the only thing we can really do is put our name up there or photograph up there, so there's nothing unique about it, blah, 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 blah. And they're screaming and yelling about it, you know, great numbers of network marketers. Now, I'm going to tell you how some of the astute networkers are getting around those issues and some of the things that they're doing. But you do have some networkers who don't understand. They complain and complain about it, and they don't understand that the reason the companies are doing it, again, is if you've got 500,000 independent reps, that you've got to monitor the activities of those reps to make sure they're not making, you know, misrepresentations about the product or service, making income claims that are outrageous, then, you know, that is always foremost on the minds of a lot of network marketing companies, because they don't want their company jeopardized by some weirdo networker out there who's a loose cannon and just says anything to get business. And they don't want that, you know, loose cannon jeopardizing the income opportunity of all the other reps. So, you know, that's the challenge for the network marketers. Now, in the affiliate marketing world, it's a totally different process, because you guys can apply without any cost. Typically in network marketing, you might pay a $29, $39, $49 fee for a starter kit. And in legitimate companies, that's usually sold at company cost. The company doesn't make any profit on that, and there's no bonuses paid on that. And that's what helps keeps the company clean as far as getting into pyramid issues. Now, in the affiliate marketing world, most of the time, you guys just have an application, you get involved, there's no fee attached to it. You submit your URL of your website or blog, they look at it, you know, the network looks at it, or the program manager, whatever, takes a look at it, and they approve it or disapprove it, whatever, and bingo, you're putting up banner ads, anchor tag links on your blogs, you're driving traffic to it, et cetera, et cetera. So the nature of the businesses are very different in that way. The payouts, I talked to you a little bit about that already. What's been funny to me, since I've been, you know, so enmeshed in network marketing for, I don't want to even tell you how many years, I'm an old lady at this point. But anyway, for many, many years, and I see people say, shaking their head, yes, well, you don't have to agree that quickly with me. Anyway, and tracking affiliate marketing, since this started about 10, 11 years ago, I've been tracking that like crazy, seeing what's going on with that and the evolution. It's interesting to me, and I was telling Kevin a little bit about this, how so many network marketers in the beginning stages jumped into affiliate marketing, and so many people presented their programs as affiliate marketing programs, and they really were network marketing programs. I mean, they had, you know, 7 or 8 level payout structures, and as I remember specifically, you know, looking at some of these promotions in the early years, and I'm shaking my head and I'm going, oh my gosh, these people, they think they're operating under the banner affiliate marketing, and that's going to keep them safe from legal issues. Oh, they're going to get killed, they're going to get killed. And so I remember, you know, some people in particular who were very aggressive in their promotions online, because I'd go in and sign up for their emails or newsletters, everything, just to keep, that's what you need to do if you really want to track things closely. You need to get in there. And so that's what I did. And there was one gentleman in particular, if you've been in affiliate marketing, you know who I'm talking about. And I just knew, it was just going to be a matter of time before he got hit. He didn't get hit exactly as I predicted. The FTC came in, wiped him out totally and completely, took all his assets. He had to go underground for a number of years, and now he's back though. He's back, and he's back making a lot of money, but hopefully he learned his lesson, and he's being more careful about his promotions and how he pays people and those types of activities. So it is interesting that in the beginning stages, you saw a lot of these, you call them multi-tiered programs, we refer to them as multi-level, but you saw all these multi-tiered programs in affiliate marketing, and then after that guy got hit, some other people got hit, people got scared in the affiliate marketing, like, oh, we better take a second look at this and how we're promoting this, how we're setting up the payout structures. And so as a result, a lot of people pulled back, and it was just a single-tiered program focusing on direct commissions. And there are still 3-tier, 4-tier affiliate programs today. I'm not saying they don't exist, you know they exist, but the overwhelming majority are just single-tiered programs paying commissions. And what were the other, so that's the difference in the payout structures, okay? The other thing is that when you have a payout structure like we do in the MLM arena, and you'll read about this whenever you read about MLM, it does give the networkers advantage in that they can leverage their time and effort. You know, it's not a situation where you're Mary Jones and you're selling these beauty products and all you can do is there's only so many hours in the day that you can work to sell these products, online, offline, whatever, and so in a way, you're hindered in moving your company forward and maximizing your income because it's just you. Yeah, you can hire virtual assistants, I know, and all these other things, but it's not the same as leveraging when you have other independent reps and distributors that you can bring into your sales organization. There is a difference as far as the leveraging goes. And the legal environment, Kevin's going to talk about that. In affiliate marketing, when you have direct commissions, that kind of single-tier approach, definitely, I'll tell you what, you are really able to avoid a lot of the issues that we have to face with in network marketing. I mean, the regulatory environment in our industry is a nightmare. That's why when people come to my company and ask them, well, you know, we want to talk to you about consulting for us on how to start a network marketing company and everything, you know, I really encourage them to slow down. And, you know, is this what you really want to do? Let me tell you what it takes and what's really involved here. So think twice, you know what you're getting into. You know, the regulatory environment is much harsher, much stricter. So, but if you get into there's still things you have to adhere to as affiliate marketers, whether you're a merchant, a network. As a matter of fact, some of the affiliate marketers whose email promotions I get, same thing. Sometimes I read these promotions and I just shudder. You know, I don't care if you're with a single-tier program or not. There's still things you have to adhere to in the regulatory environment. And woo, it can be really scary. Now, what's happening with the convergence? As I said in the beginning, the convergence is already occurring. Whether I like it, you like it, anybody else likes it, it doesn't matter. That's a moot point. It's already starting, and it's going to explode the next couple of years. However, there are going to be people who get involved impulsively in the convergence, and they're going to do damage to what they've already created. So it's not something you can jump into. You really need to do your due diligence about both worlds, how you can converge both worlds in a way to maximize your income. Now, why is this starting to happen already? Here's why. Because you've got astute affiliates who are building their own lists, okay? They've got squeeze pages, opt-in forms tied to really cool videos that get people to sign up, you know, for their newsletter or whatever. And those people, so you're building your own list. Now in the net, we're going to have Q&A at the end for everybody.
We have 20 minutes left, and we're on the same slide.
Okay. No, that's different. Don't worry about this slide. They shouldn't even put that slide up yet, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. That's for later on. But in you know, in network marketing, some of the astute networkers, like I told you, who are so frustrated because they feel like they're handcuffed in their online promotions, here's what they're doing. They're saying to themselves, okay, I can't use the trademark names of my companies. I've got to use the website that the MLM company gives me, but here's what I can do. All right, let's say I'm selling energy drinks, for example. I'm going to start a blog dedicated to health and fitness. And I'm going to put together a fantastic newsletter. I am not going to talk about my MLM company's brand name or anything to do with that, so I don't have to worry about violating my company's policies and procedures. And I'm going to have my squeeze pages, everything else. I'm going to get people to sign up, and they will get on my list, and I will give them, in fact, the information they signed up for. I'm not going to just use that list to pitch my MLM company, because there again, you can run into problems. You have to do, when somebody signs up for a list, you've got to provide them what they signed up for. And so I'm going to give them really great information every week relating to health and fitness. I know there's going to be people who are, when I talk about, you know, exercising in relation to energy drinks, I know there's people who are going to ask me what I use, what I recommend. And then in the context of the email, at that point, I'll put in my, I'll drive people to the templated URL associated with my MLM company, where they can learn more about the energy drink in my MLM company. Okay, so that's where there's a synergy that's being created right now. I really call it a monetization synergy between both worlds. You know, that's what they're going to be able to enjoy due to this convergence. They're actually creating their own list now of customers, prospective home-based business entrepreneurs, those who already own home-based businesses, and therefore they can actually capitalize on using now the internet in a way that doesn't put them in jeopardy with their MLM company. Because understand, in a legitimate MLM company, even if you're a leader and you have a sizable income, if that MLM company finds out through their monitoring efforts that you are doing things in violation of their policies and procedures, they'll come in and terminate you. You know, so all of a sudden you're there, you're like, whoa, I lost my income. You know, they took me the last 3 years to build, I lost it. And again, the reason they do that is because they want to keep a safe environment for all the reps to operate in. Now, so you've got both these groups building lists, and let's say you're an affiliate and you're selling exercise equipment. And you've got a great blog, and you might even be a fitness guru or whatever, and you put out a newsletter. You might have a network marketer who signed up for your newsletter, somebody who's really interested in health and wellness, sign up for your newsletter, and he or she is following you along. And they actually market, again, I'll talk about an energy drink because that's so big right now, an energy drink. And do you think the target audience for your exercise equipment would be interested in energy drinks? You see what I'm saying? So there again, you might have some network marketers approach you and say, you know what, I'm going to show you how you can leverage your blog or your website in a way where I drive traffic to your blog, because a lot of my people would be interested in buying exercise equipment, and you can take a look at our energy drinks, and you can get, if you choose to get involved with that, you can start selling the energy drinks to your list and get involved as a rep. Okay, so, and there's a lot of other examples you're going to find. You're actually going to find network marketers, for example, that, let's say there's a woman who's with a beauty product MLM company. She might go to ClickBank and look for a downloadable product, ebook that talks about the top 10 tips by given by glamorous models, you know, okay, or whatever, an ebook. And she may decide, hey, I'm going to be an affiliate for that downloadable ebook. And I'm going to sell that, get the upfront commissions, and I'm going to incorporate that and drive people to my blog, doing PPC ads for that ebook or whatever. And there again, there's going to be a synergy there with what she's doing in MLM and in the affiliate marketing world. So there's all kinds of things that are happening now. There's a lot more that's going to explode on the scene in the next couple of years. Now, Kevin is going to be talking to you about that if you decide to participate in this convergence, some of the major issues, especially relative to our industry, that you're going to have to pay close attention to. And I'm proud to introduce Kevin. Kevin is phenomenal. That's all I have to say. And I say that about very few people. It's really an honor for me to have him here today. He's one of the top network marketing attorneys in the world, but a very nice, down-to-earth guy, super intelligent. So pay close attention to what he has to share with you.
Good afternoon. I noticed today's agenda is really, really lawyer-heavy, and I apologize for having to add to that, but I'm delighted that we got the next 3 hours together. So I call this drinking from a fire hydrant because we're going to have to move rather quickly. We've had several affiliate marketing companies approach us about, hey, could you take a look at our program to let us know whether we are network marketing, because I think most have probably not wanted to go down that road. And we take a look at it, it's like, yeah, you definitely are a network marketing or a multi-level marketing company, and usually the first question that comes to mind is, how could this happen to me? I'm a good person, I couldn't possibly be an MLM. The initial response is denial, and after we explain to them, well, here's the statute, here's the definition, yes, you are, it's not my fault, I didn't mean to do this, but eventually they resign themselves to the fact that, okay, all right, I guess, we are running a multi-level marketing compensation program. So how many of you guys have seen an affiliate marketing program that pays on more than one level? Okay, so you know that they're out there, and some of you indicated you've been involved with network marketing before. Okay, this is a cat, this is a dog. And again, this is what we run into sometimes with affiliate marketers, is just this denial thing. It's like, no, I can't possibly be a dog. I'm a cat. I'm this other animal, and there's no way that I could be something else, but that doesn't change their reality. And if you have a dog, there's certain things you need to do. Get it some shots, get a license, get some obedience training for yourself. So multi-level marketing, Debbie talked a little bit about what it is, and yes, it is defined statutorily. Most states don't have statutes that define it, but some of them do. And so what I want to cover is what the definition, and then I want to talk about if you choose to be a multi-level marketing company, what are the things, or you intend to get involved in one, what are the legal essentials, the things that are uniquely idiosyncratic about the legal needs of an MLM. And they include things like the compensation plan. Debbie talked about one of the big P word pyramids to make sure that you're not one. It's interesting, there are about half a dozen different areas of consumer protection law that converge on multi-level marketing. It's not just anti-pyramiding laws, but also securities laws, lottery laws, referral selling laws, buying club statutes that companies need to be sensitive to. The affiliate, associate, distributor agreement, whatever you want to call those folks, policies and procedures. How many of you guys have ever heard of the e-sign Act? That stands for Electronic Signatures in Global and National Commerce. I'm blown away by how many online whoever's, whether they're network marketing companies, whether they're affiliates, whether they're merchants, how many people are completely unfamiliar with e-sign? And it's been on the books since Clinton was in office, and it's a federal statute that says online agreements are binding, they're valid, they're enforceable, as long as your agreement complies with e-sign. But 99.8% of the contracts out there don't. Having a valid electronic contract is not simply a matter of taking a paper document, slapping it into HTML, and putting it on your website. E-sign's not rocket science, but it is a matter of crossing T's and dotting I's. And then the last piece for MLMs is state registration as such. The last thing I want to talk about, assuming that we have time, are regulatory hotspots. Areas that are potentially bet the farm propositions for folks who want to wade into this space. Debbie alluded to one of them, income claims. Want to talk about those a little bit. So what's the definition? What's the statutory definition? Person or business entity that distributes goods or services through independent agents, distributors, or contractors. Sounds a lot like affiliate marketing up to this point. At different levels or at different tiers. And it only takes two. If you and also involves the potential recruitment of other participants into this program. And compensation bonuses are paid on the sale of goods or services, whether at level 1, 2, 3, whatever, or based on the action or performance of additional participants. And again, what they're talking about here is the sales activities of those downline folks, people who are underneath you. Bottom line, if you pay an affiliate on the sales of someone other than his own personal sales efforts, you are a multi-level marketing company. So what's the significance of that? Like Debbie talked about, multi-level marketing, it's an older industry, kind of like franchising, and it is most definitely a regulated industry. Good news is, doesn't require a whole bunch of registration in a whole bunch of different states, doesn't require huge disclosure documents like franchises or business opportunities do. It doesn't require you to set up a bunch of bonds or trust accounts. However, it does require registration in a few states. Again, it's not complex, it's not expensive, but it is a matter of crossing T's and dotting I's. There are some statutory limitations. For example, in terms the cost to get involved needs to be below a certain threshold. Generally, it needs to be below $200. And when we talk about affiliate marketing, I think it's rare that you see anybody charge anything to get involved. The at-cost requirement, it does have, certain states require some, again, idiosyncratic pieces in some of their contracts. Anti-pyramiding statutes. A lot of people think pyramids and multi-level marketing are synonymous. They are not. They are actually diametric opposites of one another. A pyramid, multi-level marketing is essentially a program in which participants receive compensation that's derived primarily, not exclusively, from the sales of goods or services to end consumers. A pyramid may definitionally sound similar, but like I said, it's the diametric opposite. It's a program in which participants receive compensation that's derived primarily, whether directly or indirectly, from the introduction of additional participants into the program. Headhunting, basically, just paying people to sign up. Again, bottom line, you can't pay affiliates merely to sign up. Somebody else's compensation's got to be paid on the sales of goods or services to end consumers. Legal essentials, review of the compensation plan. Again, to make sure it's very, very easy for compensation plans to run afoul of the consumer protection mechanisms that are out there. Like I said, you've got anti-pyramid laws, securities laws, lottery laws, franchise and business opportunity laws to be concerned with. Again, kind of talked about this. One of the provisions I neglected to mention earlier was the Internal Revenue Code actually has a statutory exemption that says folks who are involved in direct selling or multi-level marketing, those distributors are, for federal income tax purposes, independent contractors, and don't need to do any withholding so long as your contract addresses some of the requirements of Section 3508. And again, not rocket science, but it's something you want to make sure that your affiliate agreement has in there, or your distributor agreement. Also, the FTC's door-to-door cooling off rule kicks in if, again, assuming that there's a cost to get involved that exceeds $25. Policies and procedures, again, I'm probably going to skip over these. Hot topics. Affiliates. How many of you guys know that affiliates are independent contractors? Is that true for all purposes? No. Actually, what's interesting is that affiliates or distributors or associates, whatever you call them, are independent contractors for the purposes of contract law or tort law, like negligence or wrongdoing. But when it comes to regulatory law or tax law, they're actually agents of the company. And this is huge because they have the ability to incur liability for the company just as much as the CEO of the company does. So yeah, bottom line is that companies are responsible for what their affiliates say and do. And that's kind of mind-blowing for a lot of people. And again, those of you who've been involved in MLM, if you wonder why companies are so restrictive in certain areas, particularly in the sales and marketing arena, that's why. Compliance, regulatory compliance, huge issue in in the regulatory world right now. The regulators' expectations are, whether we're talking about the FTC at the federal level or states' attorneys general at the state level, are that, like I said, hey, affiliates are agents of the company, and their expectation of the companies, of course they have expectations of affiliates relative to following the law, but also the companies. And the bottom line is, hey, either you do something about your affiliates or we'll do something about you. They don't expect perfect compliance, but they do expect and require substantial good faith compliance. Another one is that, hey, if we can find out about your people, so can you. And in fact, the regulators, how many of you guys have heard of the FTC's surf days? Nobody? The FTC, sometimes by itself, sometimes in conjunction with states' attorneys general, regularly conduct surf days where they get all their buddies together and they're just out there surfing the web. Sometimes they'll concentrate on specific industries, like, hey, last month was the work-at-home industry. A couple months ago was the dietary supplement industry. And again, they've just got as many resources as they can surfing the web looking for programs, products, claims that are potentially problematic. And so again, I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but kind of the days of the Wild Wild West are definitely gone. And when we talk about compliance, the primary function is not thumping people. It's not about terminating relationships. It's primarily about education, and the better companies certainly do that. A lot of the law in this area, whether we're talking about sales and marketing, is really somewhat counterintuitive. For example, if it's really true that, your dietary supplement cured my diabetes, why can't I tell people about it? If it's really true that I make $10,000 a month, why is it somehow deceptive for me to share that? And again, biggest frustration for marketers in this area is just because it's true doesn't mean that you can say it. Again, need for companies to monitor. It's essential to be proactive. Back in the old days, companies could afford to be reactive, when somebody complained, but nowadays the companies themselves need to be out there surfing what their affiliates, what their distributors, what their marketers are doing, just like the regulators are doing. And then at the end of the day, and what we do a lot of compliance work, and 98% of the time we find folks to be extremely compliant. They kind of have this aha moment once you explain the law to them, but in very rare circumstances they won't, and if that happens, it's time to say goodbye. Yeah, is there more? Absolutely. How many of you guys know about the FTC's 3 requirements when it comes to any type of marketing? Non-deception, fairness, substantiation. I guess we can maybe talk about those a little bit. Income claims, really white hot topic. Did a little research project a couple years ago, went back and looked at all of the lawsuits that the Federal Trade Commission had filed in the last 10 years against MLM or purported MLM companies, and without exception. And the document that gets a lawsuit started is called a complaint, and most complaints have like 3 to 6 counts of wrongdoing. In all of these complaints, the majority of the counts, and in some cases all of them, involved income claims and earnings representations. I mean, this is absolutely a white hot topic for the regulators, and they are going after companies with great zeal. Going international, again, everybody knows that the internet has effectively erased borders from multiple perspectives, from the sales and marketing perspective, from logistical, operational perspectives, and that's great. However, from a legal perspective, nothing has changed. And a lot of companies don't understand that when you have affiliates, when you have distributors in a country, like I said, because they're agents of the company, that's not just true under U.S. law. That is almost universally true around the world. And so the significance of affiliates in another country is now you have presence in that country. Now you are doing business in that country. And if you are doing business in that country, then it's essential for all aspects of your business to comply with the requirements of that country, which, if you're selling tangible products like nutritional products, it's important to comply with their labeling laws, with their food and drug laws. So again, something just to keep in mind. What happens if you mess up? It's not pretty. The Federal Trade Commission several years ago developed what I call a silver bullet one-shot judicial assassination litigation strategy. That's easy for you to say. And absolutely fascinating, but absolutely terrifying. What they'll do is they'll investigate a program, they'll investigate a company totally unbeknownst to the company. And when they think they've marshaled enough evidence, they waltz into federal district court, they file a lawsuit, okay? In our Constitution, we've got this thing called due process, which means that the other side has the right to be notified about that. They have a right to a hearing, a right to a fair trial, all that good stuff. All of that is thrown away, okay, because the FTC pursues this thing at the same time called an ex parte motion for a temporary restraining order. Ex parte is just Latin for you ain't there. And what happens is it's just the FTC and the judge. Judge, oh my goodness, this company, this person, they're terrible people. They're doing all this bad stuff. They're defrauding the American people of millions of dollars, and they need to be stopped immediately. And they always ask for 5 things, and they always get the first 4. Number 1, an order to shut the company down. I mean, lock, stock, and barrel, tighter than a drum. Number 2, an asset freeze over all corporate assets. I mean, all the accounts, everything, absolutely frozen. Number 3, the appointment of a receiver, which is FTC speak for an FTC crony, basically to come in, take over, and liquidate the company. Fourthly, an asset freeze on the individual estates of the individual principals. So anybody who had day-to-day decision-making authority, you know, if you're the CEO of the company, or if you're one of the big affiliates, one of the big distributors, because they're not only suing corporate officials, they're also suing the big guns on the distributor side as well. So an asset freeze. So you can't buy groceries, you can't buy diapers, not for yourself, but you know, for your kids or medication or whatever, until you get an allowance from the court, which doesn't happen immediately. So yes. Anyway, yeah. And again, how it ultimately ends, typically with the distributors, with the affiliates, you know, the question is, well, how much money have you made in this program? $5 million. Fine, give it all to us, and we'll settle this case. That's what we have the dubious distinction to represent the 2 most recent FTC victims, and that's exactly what they're doing with the distributors, the high-ranking distributors who were involved in their program. So yeah, leave it to a lawyer to scare everyone to death, but I don't want to end on that note. The beauty of this from a legal perspective is multi-level marketing can be done correctly. There's no rocket science involved. It's really quite easy. Yeah, it's easy to do correctly. Debbi talked a little bit about potential to grow your business, and that's a very fascinating thing. I mean, something that we're seeing with some of our clients is their biggest distributors, the people who are just zooming to the top of their compensation plans, are affiliate marketers. So, you know, come on in. The water's fine. Thank you so much for your time. And I don't know if we have time for a couple questions or. Okay, so if anybody's got any questions, be happy to take a shot at it. Yes, ma'am.
How would you, Debbi had mentioned about if you were in an independent distributorship and they don't, and then you talked about having, you know, they have some tight rules regarding that, and then people have landing pages that kind of filter back to their, you know, their company's product base. How does that work if you wanted to affiliate market products that were similar, or you did want to still sell the MLM, you know, that independent? How would it all work? Like you said, the conversion. I'm not really getting it.
Sure. Well, the first issue, so you're talking about somebody who's potentially a distributor of an MLM wanting to
Sell more products, bring more people into the fold,
Yeah.
and sell that. So that, I guess that's really it.
Sure. First place I'd say that they need to look is they need to look at their own contract. They need to look at their distributor agreement. They need to look at the policies, procedures. What do the contractual documents say about, you know, hey, what are the limitations? What are the rights and obligations of the parties? And certainly the more sophisticated companies do have usually some pretty expansive comments about marketing. You know, what kind of marketing? What are the venues in which you can market? What are the venues in which you can't? How can you market? You know, for example, if you want to put up your own web page, does the company allow that? Do they require you to get company approval first? Do they allow you to participate in blogs and chat rooms? If so, you know, what are the limitations on that? So that's the first place to go, would be the contractual documents.
And I think another part of your question related to the fact of let's say, for example, you're selling beauty products for a network marketing company. Maybe you want to sell other beauty products from affiliate programs.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that's what Kevin's answer is so apropos, because there are variances across the board. Some network marketing companies are very strict about marketing what could be called competitive products.
Yes, they're very clear on that.
Yes.
Well, but here's the thing. It's like, yeah, some companies go too far and they try to impose really what are unreasonable and unenforceable restraints of trade, okay? And a court will not allow a company to prevent fair competition, okay? So, for example, let's say, for example, you're a distributor for a cosmetic company and you want to sell, you know, some other types of cosmetic products via affiliate marketing, okay? And notwithstanding that, I don't care whether the company has a policy that arguably prevents that. It's got some huge issues with respect to enforceability because, again, the company is only entitled to the protection of its legitimate business interests, okay? That doesn't include the whole world. So you've got your MLM business over here, and you've got your affiliate marketing business over here, and you're marketing another company's cosmetic products, that's not an issue. Now, if you, they will have, some definitely have provisions that relate to marketing your affiliate products to your downline. That could be a potential issue because they do have a legitimate protectable business interest in those distributors and in those customers. But with respect to the rest of the world, they don't.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Are you saying that the convergence, or did I understand right, that you're claiming that the convergence between affiliate marketing and network marketing is the fact that a person can make a site, build their own list, and then turn around and market their multi-level marketing products to that list, and then build their downline?
Well,
Because that, to me, is not what I see as the convergence.
well, no, it's all kinds of things happening. In other words, you're going to see network marketing companies, just like you talked about, networkers, I'm sorry, actually selling affiliate products as well, not just products or services sold through network marketing. And I'll give you another example, is you have a situation right now where the millions of network marketers out there, like I told you before, are very, very frustrated because they feel so restricted in their promotional efforts online. But more and more, those networkers are starting to realize how they can have their own unique blogs or websites. They can build those unique blogs or websites and do it in a way where they could sell affiliate products, they could promote their network marketing opportunities and products, et cetera, et cetera. So people in the affiliate marketing world that have support tools like website builders, keywords research tools, all those types of things. I mean, my gosh, the market potential you have to get at these millions of independent networkers who are going to be out searching like crazy for these tools is going to be phenomenal. So the affiliate marketers could, many of the affiliate marketers who learn how to do that and get at these network marketers can end up making tremendous sales to those network marketers of all these support tools.
So why can't the convergence, though, be between the MLM companies realizing the prospect of using affiliates to promote their program? Because you've all but pretty much said one company's name today, and they have actually taken and have created an affiliate program that helps an affiliate earn money without having to run that whole multi-level campaign and distributorship, going out talking to people face to face. So they're really more of an online person. But then those leads, once they expire out of the system for the affiliates, will then help build the businesses of the people that do the touchy-feely.
Okay.
To me, that is the real convergence between taking what's been an offline model and then blending it with the advancement of an online community.
Well, I will tell you this, any network marketing company that's really growing and doing very well and has a true multi-level payout structure, that is a different culture, a different mindset of a lot of people that are attracted to those programs because they like the leveraging inherent in that. So it's not going to be a situation where you're going to see these network marketing companies who are doing well, all of a sudden do a 180-degree turnaround, they're going to do affiliate marketing instead of network marketing. But you are right about that. That is that's something that I didn't have time to get to, because that was the next thing on my list. Is I know people are going to be asking me, they already have, will the network marketing companies themselves start looking at integrating affiliate type programs that run side by side or in a complementary way? And yes, no question about it, that is absolutely going to happen. Because I'll tell you right now, as a matter of fact, I told Kevin this morning, it's just my opinion, but any network marketing company out there right now, I don't care how big they are, I don't care how long they've been in business, they should not be ignoring what's going on in affiliate marketing. In my opinion, they're crazy if they do. And I have a big beef with that across the boards because of, I call it insularity. too many people in different industries or different marketing venues like affiliate marketing or MLM, they tend to remain insular. And they look at, okay, what's going on with my competitors? What's going on within my own, quote, kind of community? Big mistake, humongous mistake.